Need to talk.
She's not here. What are you doing here?
Okay, all right.
Wait. Why do you want to talk to Brenda?
Personal.
You gonna tell her to not marry me?
Yeah.
Just keep checking for me, okay?
Spinelli?
Yeah, second background check on Theo came out clean.
What about the lawyers suing Brenda and Dante?
Nothing there either.
Okay, well then maybe Theo is exactly who he says he is. This lawyer from Manhattan who came to Port Charles to defend Brenda and Dante.
Not after the threats he was making last night. Theo is connected to the Balkan. We just need to figure out how.
So,
Things we know about the Balkan. He's targeted Brenda and Dante for killing his son, and Jerry Jacks is working for him.
Yes. Do you think there's a connection between Jerry and Theo?
I don't know. When Alexander's body was released, the Balkan sent Jerry to pick it up. At the same time, the lawsuit was filed against Brenda and Dante, and then Theo shows up.
Okay, but coincidences do happen all the time. I mean, look at Brenda shooting Banovic just to keep him from killing Dante. It's almost a repeat of when she shot
I
Alexander.
know, but why would a lawyer from Manhattan with the practice there come to Port Charles?
Maybe he wanted the exposure for defending Brenda. Come on, Jason. Theo has been practicing for over 30 years. He's an expert in all areas of the law. And if he did create this lawsuit, it proves that he's a manipulator, but not necessarily connected to the Balkan.
Okay, what would he be trying to manipulate?
The press. Brenda is still the face of Cartullo. She was in a very high-profile relationship with Murphy Sinclair. Theo, he has an ego, and maybe he just wants the publicity for exonerating Brenda.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, but the wedding's tomorrow, and we know that the Balkan is going to try to grab Brenda.
Yes, we do. But Jason, you have the best instincts of anyone I know, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that maybe you can't focus so much on Theo because you might miss out on a clue that's going to lead you in a different direction.
Do you see how upfront and honest I am with my intentions? I'm not sneaking around, waving scissors in the air, or turning on sprinklers.
Yeah, I know it wasn't you.
Really? Because you were so damn sure it was. What changed your mind?
Michael. Because I knew that you were so busy with him that you wouldn't be going around, cutting wedding.
No, I wouldn't. Thank you.
Petty sabotage wouldn't be the way you would, stop a wedding. You would need something a lot more effective.
Yes, I would.
It was Susan Stanwyck, the lady who works for Brenda's charity, who did it, and she thought that we would suspect the Balkan, and Brenda would get scared, and she would postpone the wedding.
Can't blame a girl for trying.
Why are you in such a hurry to leave?
Because you know what? Believe it or not, I don't want to fight with you, and anything I have to say, you don't want to hear.
Could you do me a favor?
What's that?
And just promise me that you'll stay away from Brenda at least till after the wedding.
Do you remember that first breakdown I nursed you through?
Marrying Brenda's not going to make me have a breakdown, Carly.
I remember it was so hot in that old penthouse, and you had the drapes closed, and I just wanted to open them to give you some air, but you were so flipped out, I was afraid you'd jump. So I sat there with you, and I talked to you, and I listened to you, and you talked about death and guilt. And then you broke a bottle and you cut your hand. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember. But that was a long time ago.
What do you think would have happened if Brenda walked in and found you like that? What if something like that happens tomorrow?
I'm diagnosed, I'm taking medication, I'm doing... Where are you going with this?
I'm asking you about Brenda, I'm not asking you about yourself. How do you think she'd handle all this?
She could handle it. Or you think I would marry somebody that wouldn't be there for me?
You fell in love with Brenda when? 20 years ago? Yeah. Since then, you have been married and divorced. You've fathered children.
Right.
You've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Mm-hmm. You have loved and you have lost. Brenda has nothing. She's still frozen in time. Sonny, she's never had children. She's never been married. She doesn't even have a real home. All she has is this charity, which only involves her getting her picture taken.
All you're doing right now is convincing me that you're so jealous of Brenda you can't...
No, I'm not. I'm not jealous of Brenda, okay? I'm not. But she can't love you. She can't really love you Brenda can't love anyone but herself.
Okay, you could hate Brenda all you want. I can't stop you from doing that. But you really need to be able to respect her.
I will never respect her. I love you, and I've been through hell with you. I'm not going to watch Brenda wreck you. I'm not going to let you marry her.
What does that mean? Are you... Do not try to stop the wedding.
I promise you, your wedding to Brenda will not happen.
Shot Banovic in November, and the victims' families, they didn't do anything for weeks. Jerry shows up, a lawsuit's filed, Theo comes in to handle everything.
This just all ties up a little too perfectly.
Right, so if Theo's working for the Balkan, he's feeding him everything that Brenda said about Alexander's death.
Yeah. Hey! Hi!
Am I interrupting?
No.
Okay.
What? You're here for the rose petals? Yes,
Brenda.
it's your job and Molly's job, and I think you're gonna do great. Thank you for helping. Guess what?
Oh, gosh.
Oh my gosh, it's so great! Court case has been delayed. We don't have to deal with it for at least a few months. It's not all, and it's all because of Theo.
Brenda's wedding present.
Well, yes, the Divine One's gonna need her own juicer when she moves into her new woodland home with Mr. Sir.
You're getting really ahead of yourself.
I had hoped that I had dissuaded the Valkyrie from detonating her secret and bringing turmoil and ruination to the
I
ceremony.
listened to your advice, and I made a decision.
I'm hoping it is to relent and let Brenda's affair with Dante and the child it produced remain a closely guarded secret.
I'm not going to announce it at the wedding.
Thank goodness.
I'm going to confront Brenda, and I'm going to show her my proof. And then Brenda will have a choice. If she breaks off the engagement and leaves town, then she will buy my silence.
And if she refuses?
Well, then I'll have to show up at the wedding tomorrow and announce to everyone Brenda's dirty little secret.
Might there be some less calamitous compromise?
Okay, listen to me. Brenda has every opportunity to save herself. Or not.
Divine One does indeed leave town. Will the Valkyrie refrain from telling Fair Lulu that her boyfriend fathered the child?
Carly, what are you doing here?
Spinelli wanted to talk to me. He's afraid I'm upset about the wedding.
Okay, whatever you're up to, leave Spinelli out of it.
I just assured Spinelli that I wasn't going to do anything to interrupt Sonny and Brenda's wedding.
That's good.
You're supposed to say, "That's great, Carly. I'm glad you decided to do the right thing." Talk to you later.
About what?
Oh, I had invited the Valkyrie to attend the nuptials with me. She'll give me an answer soon enough. Oh, so to what do I owe this lovely pleasure?
We need to do some more research on the Balkan.
Well, fine, but all my previous searches have come to naught.
We have a new lead.
Oh, come on, Patrick.
See if there's any Europeans in the area on extended visas.
Yeah, the Jacko has launched multiple searches in government hotel and travel databases.
We got one big advantage. We got Alexander's DNA from the autopsy.
Yes, and then we can compare that DNA to the suspects and see if there's a paternal match.
That would be a daunting task, to say the least.
Well, you better get started because it's the only lead we've got.
Carly, we weren't expecting you.
Jacko has accessed the hospital's private records with regularity in the past. The database is a new firewall, and it's proven to be a most formidable foe.
Well, how long is it going to take to get in?
5 minutes, 5 hours. The code is labyrinthine.
Can you access all hospital, forensic clinic computers throughout the city and check recent DNA samples, cross-reference that with Alexander's DNA?
Of course, but it will be time-consuming.
Well, the Balkan's only been in town a few months. What are the chances his DNA was even recorded?
I don't know. Sometimes when your goal is in sight, you relax a little bit and you get sloppy. Maybe finally this guy made a mistake.
Told me it was your good friend Suzanne who cut up your dress and turned the sprinklers on at the pavilion.
Yes. I'm really sorry.
I need to speak to you in private.
Okay.
No, not. Molly, you can handle this.
I need to talk to Brenda.
No, Brenda doesn't want to listen to you, okay? The wedding is happening. Have enough self-respect to just leave everyone alone.